Hi there, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a collective and timeless reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time. But keep in mind, it's still a general reading. So see what signs, symbols, messages, energies resonate for you in your particular situation and hopefully help to bring you clarity on whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective and show you something with fresh eyes. But in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance, it's inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. We're going to ask about love today. Relationships. Let's see what comes through. Let's see what God's source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. What does the collective need to know about the relationship or partnership they're either thinking about right now or is possibly entering into the future? Please, thank you. One card, please. Oh, something's going to take a lot of work. And it looks like somebody also wants to apologize. I just thought of that song, Apologize. That's a pretty song. All right, so this is hard work that will come with huge rewards. The bee is such a powerful symbol. Putting the energy into something, into a relationship, equal reciprocity and give and take. An equal partnership. It's teamwork, dedication, fertility, success, sweet indulgence, achieving, wow, the impossible. Maybe something you never thought could be. Perhaps a partnership you're thinking about or something you don't even know about yet. But either way, it does look like somebody, you or someone else, wants to apologize. That's having huge self-reflection. Somebody wants to make a difference, make a change, maybe come in right, put a lot of effort into something, make up for something, start on a fresh, clean slate. It's coming to renew love lost. It's forgiveness, returning, gift, not over, closure, confession, regrets, and making things right. So for some of you, this is offering or getting closure, which is nice because to be in like the unknowing, I hear like, you know, like I hear everything bites the dust. That song, I heard that song. That's, I don't know where that came from. So maybe you were left in the dust. So if it's you getting to offer somebody closure, that can be hugely healing for someone to just know so somebody can move on. It doesn't have to always be a big old explanation. Sometimes it's just a direct answer. So you could also be the one getting some closure, which is going to feel better because then you can move on. You can put some beautiful work into yourself and possibly find this beautiful partnership where it's reciprocal and it's not unrequited and it's equal and it has equal dedication and will succeed. But it is possible that some of you have somebody coming back. They want to do it right. They want success. Maybe somebody's bringing you flowers. Somebody has regrets. Then they have self-reflection. Then they've had self-awareness. Then they can actually start to make some changes. So let's see. Let's get a love angel message on apology and hard work, please. Coming to renew. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is powerful. Accepting forgiveness, offering it, doesn't condone someone's actions, but it releases you. You know, it doesn't say, hey, I forgive you, so what you did is right. But maybe some of you also have to set some healthy boundaries. And maybe somebody didn't even know they were crossing boundaries if you were not clear. But having healthy boundaries for yourself having self-respect for what you will or will not do, what's good or not good for you, is very attractive. So let's get one angel message between apology and hard work. Keep the door open. That reminds me of that Bruno Mars song, I'll Leave the Door Open. Oh, I like that song. Don't be so focused on a closed door that you don't see the ones which are open for you. So if this door is still closed, it ain't the door right now. You don't know what's happening behind that door. Maybe somebody's working on something. Maybe that door will open, but maybe it's closed because it's a divine divergence to get you towards a door that's open, willing, able. I keep hearing successful. So look for the open doors. But it's also keeping your door open. If you have something completely shut and yet you want something new to come in, maybe you have that door shut so you can do some self-reflection and some self-work, maybe clean up a situation, clean up your environment, glow up yourself, feel different. So I'm just kidding, when you open that door, you're like a big ray of sunshine walking into a room. You're going to be noticed different, but first it's working on yourself. But if you want something there, you have to actually be open to something. Maybe it's really new. Let's see. Let's go to, this is the clarifying. Oh no, that was the clarifying love situation. So this one is the love oracle. So let's just get another message, get a little deeper for you guys on love and relationships, please and thank you. What else would be helpful right now for the collective to know? What? Tell us more about this open door. Oh yeah. When I said you're coming through as a ball of sunshine, that's because you are the butterfly. You are really the phoenix rising. If this is somebody else actually coming from the past, it's going to feel like a new found freedom, like you're flying. I always see the butterflies having spiritual wings, elevation, coming out of that cocoon, a different being, feeling fresh, feeling different. This is a relationship that's actually evolving, not just changing, it's evolving. It's like the phoenix rising into the next phase. And it's also healing the inner child and growth. So maybe somebody had actions that stemmed from maybe past hurts or relationships, or maybe way back into childhood. Sometimes it's even past life situations and you don't even know why some things bother you or you're going through something. And it's usually to heal a cycle so you can have growth and like really go into, I'm getting like chapters ahead. So if you're repeating a book, it's not wanting to repeat that book anymore. So it takes self-reflection. But this looks like it's already been done or it's already happening. And we're always healing. That's like, I don't feel like the healing ever ends. At the bottom of this deck, you actually do have the chaser. So this is the one that's kind of desiring, pushing something to happen, really going after something that they want. But you have to see if the other person is distancing themselves, or like if it's like tag and it's back and forth. If it's not like a beautiful game of tag where it's equal and fun, then you have to look at whoever the chaser is and change that situation. Because if somebody is restraining somebody who's trying to pull away or deal with something or grow, it creates just a stagnant energy on something, lack of freedom. Somebody has to feel free like this butterfly. So somebody could be chasing you. You could be chasing somebody else. That could also be what happened in the past. And this is no mas, but it's a chaser in a codependent relationship. It's fear of abandonment. So it does have here the childhood issues. It's possible somebody, you know, really sees something that they love and it's being scared that it will go away, which is that's a big thing to heal from. But in the end, you have to come back to yourself, because in the end, you have your back. You take care of you. You bring yourself into these open doors and opportunities of happiness. But it's starting with you, so you can fill up your own beautiful cup. And then when you feel that independence, not codependence, and you have this kind of partnership that comes through, it's interdependent. It's equal flow, because there's not somebody like trying to heal or trying to be the happiness for somebody else. It's kind of equal, even if it's not equal, because we're complicated, and our days are complicated, our situations are complicated, but it'll always be reciprocal. So maybe that helps you understand something a little bit better. But let's do another love angel message to clarify the butterfly and the chaser. I feel like there's this kind of a release or an ease of this energy to just kind of go at the proper pace. I just heard push from Matchbox 20. I used to love that song. I don't know if I've ever been good enough. I'm a little bit rusty, and I think my head is caving in. And I don't know if I've ever been really loved by a hand that's touched me, and I feel like something's gonna give. Ooh, maybe something in those words. I'll put that below for you guys. I just kind of feel like whatever that was is sort of like in the past, or falling behind, or not happening anymore, because this is kind of, I feel like this is kind of overpowering everything. And I feel like those beautiful, these are just so beautiful. So even if it is closing the door on an old situation, I feel like there could be a nice coming back of communication. I hear friendship. Let's get one message from the love angels. Overthinking. So placing negative scenarios in your head and creating issues which weren't there at first. So maybe somebody is really feeling emotions and trying to analyze what's going on inside, or really analyzing what happened, what didn't happen, what they said, what they did not say. Maybe comparison energy, procrastination energy, self-sabotage, scenario land. It's just projection. It's all projection. So when you overly project or overly think, you actually stop making clear and healthy choices sometimes. So you have to release this overthinking and actually pay attention. I mean, this could be somebody else too, but pay attention to your thoughts. How do you speak to yourself? Do you speak to yourself with gratitude and grace and forgiveness, allowance, growth, freedom, flexibility, having self-awareness of what you can change? You can't change the past. Done. But you can change now, today, right now. What would you make that was a change? And if you have negative thoughts or lower vibrations, it's okay, we're human. But if you notice it, purposefully change it. Either say, yeah, that was weird, but I grew. Or, that was a weird thought, but hey, look at my awesome shoes today, and I get to go outside, play some music, and walk my dog in the yard. Or drive in my car and go take myself out to lunch. Or call that friend that is just amazing and always there for me. Or I have, this wonderful project that I'm working on, and I'm pretty good at that, and I'm going to start it. Redirect your thoughts on purpose. And then when you replace those thoughts, it counteracts that negative vibration and overrides it with a positive vibration. And when you keep overriding with more positive, lovely, sparkly vibrations of love, and really like tuning into your higher self, communing with God and source, your whole vibration will change. And you will find these doors are open to you. And you will find the right people, whether from the past or new, will be attracted to that energy. So let's get a spirit message. Clarity on overthinking, keeping the door open, apology, the butterfly, the chaser, and hard work, the bee. Now it makes me think of my girl. Yeah, there's a line in it. It says like sweet like honey and the bees are into me. Something like that. It's really cute. And that gave me goosies. Maybe My Girl, that song. Talking about my girl, my girl. All right, let's get one spirit message. Please and thank you. And while I'm shuffling these, I'm looking for my glasses because these are tiny little letters. One spirit message to bridge all this, please and thank you. And what do we got? What do we got? What is the bridge? You're moving too slowly. Drop the self-induced pressure because you're at a sweet spot. Ooh. I just thought of Sweet Pea. That's a cute song. Wow, I haven't thought of that one in a while. Sweet pea, apple of my eye. I don't know who sings it. I can't think of the name. You're at the sweet spot between taking care of yourself and still making advancements on your goals. On this path, there is no such thing as being behind. So just smile, breathe, and carry on. You're actually, evolving. You're actually working your way in the right direction. You're going into the next phase. Maybe you're actually in between chapters right now. Maybe you are behind a closed door for the moment, but it's going to bring you some self-reflection and big changes. So you step out differently. But if you feel like you're being left behind or you're getting ahead, you're where you're supposed to be. So don't put so much pressure on yourself to have something work out in a certain time frame, in a certain, way that you were thinking or you had in scenario land for it to occur. It could occur better than that. Have some faith and have some trust. You are making advancements on your goals. Cool. All right, so let's go to, I have this one. I got the romance angels. Let's get a little romance angel message for you guys. What is, here, profound. There's a profound message that needs to be heard right now to bring hope, insight, clarity, and wisdom into love. Free yourself. At the bottom is also playfulness. So look at this beautiful unicorn. It's just there with a collar stuck in a little tiny pen. It's not even hardly big enough. It's like a crate. It's like a unicorn crate. It's not even big enough to really run around. So maybe you're really stuck in your head or stuck in a situation. Not opening up that door, not opening up your crate or your gate. This could also be somebody else who really needs to free themselves. Free the way you were thinking. Free yourself to anything you had placed in a box to more huge possibilities that the universe and God has in store for you. Feeling free, like this butterfly. So if there's anything that's restricting you, holding you down, binding your energy, smothering you, straining you, draining you, constricting you, anything that's unhealthy, that's releasing those maybe, energies and allowing new space for growth, for change. Sometimes change is hard because you have to adapt and be flexible. You have to go into the woods in this territory that you may have never seen before because you're always stuck in this, not even a hamster wheel, this playpen. Even though this says play, it's a different kind of playpen. You want to play with freedom. Freedom in your energy. It's time to take back control of your life. This is a unicorn, but it almost makes me think of the Chariot, which brings you towards victory. And if there's a unicorn coming through for you, this is pure. The unicorns only appear to those who are really pure of heart. I also see it as like magical energy, pure love. And if you know there's something that you need to free yourself of, whatever it is, it doesn't even have to do with love. Maybe it's an environment, you know, it could be a person, place, a thing, an energy, a substance, whatever it is. If it feels like it's no longer helping you grow and like kind of bringing you down. Oh, I just thought of that song. Actually, that's a really pretty song. I just thought of Gravity by SARA BARELLES. She has that last line in the end, bringing me down. Oh, that's a pretty song. I'm going to put that below. I would say definitely watch that one. Even in the video, it all kind of looks like they like walk around her and make it look like the universe with umbrellas and lights. And she's just kind of walking down this street in the rain or like misty. It's really pretty. That came through. So freeing yourself, allowing yourself to play like you were a child. Tease. Flirt, mix and mingle, be lighthearted. Don't be, you know, so heavy in your energy here. Like lighten something up in your energy so you feel light like this butterfly and magical like this unicorn. It could also be that your energy helps release somebody out of something that was restricting. But to recapture romance, you have to allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. I keep seeing you as like a sunshine. So what did you do when you were a kid that you just loved to do? You just play. What do you do now that might be different from when you were a kid, but you feel like a kid? You just feel youthful and vibrant, vitality, energy. You feel plugged back in. What is that? Is it signing up for a class? Is it reading a book? Is it like diving into the rabbit hole of awesome knowledge that you're into? Is it a conversation with a person that just gets you and you feel like you're yourself? Is it a particular environment? Is it music? Is it an artistic endeavor or something you create? Is it a talent that you have? These are all questions to ask yourself. First thing you think of that brings you joy. Whew. And if you don't know, then it's a matter of getting on that swing, leaving this playpen where you feel restricted and going on a little adventure and self-discovery, because you're going to find these open doors that are going to feel like, I hear, wonderful blessings to your life. Wow. Wow. That's pretty cool. I have these here. They're kind of staring at me, so let's do one. This is the angel numbers. What is one message on playfulness and freeing yourself, hard work, keeping the door open, no longer overthinking, taking away some of the pressure. Pressure. What's that song? Under pressure. Is that Queen? I might be wrong about that. And going to this. One spirit or angel number, please, and thank you. Oh, the gut feeling is coming through. It's a palindrome, 0440. Maybe the number 44, which is a master number. Intuition, betrayal and pessimism, relating value, insight, increased perception, love, and monogamy. So it's telling you to follow your gut. It's more than just a feeling. Be real with people and focus on meaningful relationships. So it's telling you, don't focus on, you know, that kind of keeps coming through, on negative vibrations, negative scenarios, what didn't work, what you didn't do, places, people, things, or situations that are like not really feeling healthy and vibrant to you, and refocusing that energy to what feels right. Remember, you must also bring value to the table. That's coming into something with your cup already full and happy and vibrant, where you feel proud of yourself. Because if somebody's joining your life, they get to be with you. Hey, treat others with respect, or else karma will bite you in the ass. Ooh, I didn't even know these cards would say that. 3 is a crowd. So 3, if it's 3 there, it could be a third party situation that you're thinking about, but that doesn't always mean. It's just a third outside influence that's getting in the way of something that's really successful and wonderful. It's anything. That could be work, that could be a person, that could be friends, that could be bad advice, that could be you getting in your own way, and you're your own third party, or someone else's, especially if they're overthinking and self-sabotaging something, replaying something or comparing something to everything else, and not having a free, open slate and canvas to start from, a solid foundation. So it is paying attention to, I mean, if this is that, that's usually cycles. It's time to break a cycle. And if you're doing something different, it does take self-respect, but it takes strength, willpower, awareness, self-reflection, and the desire to change. And once that change happens, you're no longer in between the chapters. You're actually picking up a new book and starting again. So do pay attention to your gut feeling. If that has anything to do with red flags, where the green flags are, trusting your higher self, trusting your connection with God and Source. All right, let's go to, we're going to do the tarot. Let's see how this all kind of aligns. Let me put these up here, these here. All right, this is the Wanderer's Tarot. Let's just get a couple of clarifying messages for you guys. Remember, these could be different situations too. These could be like different partnerships that are going on. It could be somebody else's energy and giving you a better understanding of what is happening. But I feel like in these general readings and the way that I read, there's always a message that comes back to you. It's about how you can heal, how you can change, how you can open your eyes and see something in a different way, how you can adjust, how you can elevate and grow and spread those beautiful spiritual wings in a situation. So just having awareness sometimes of others' energies helps you. So let's see. Let's start with the foundation, overall energy to help you right now, and then we'll clarify some of these cards. I keep hearing, I heard Staple Sisters. I think that's a band, but I have no idea what song they sing. I don't know why that came through when I looked at that. I don't know, I'll look it up later and see maybe what song needed to come through. I'm just getting the band name. I think they're like 1950s or 60s. All right, what is the foundation, please, and thank you. oh wow, the foundation is, it's rocking. The foundation is something wasn't on a solid foundation at all. And it's going to fall down, or it already fell down, so that you can rebuild and adjust and be flexible and have something brand new come through, because this is the Tower. Major Arcana number 16. And it doesn't look like this foundation is rocked by you. It looks like it is outside forces that are happening. There's a storm that's blowing. There's like all of these tornadoes all happening at once. And there's this big hand coming from the sky, like a divine hand. It kind of gives me Stranger Things vibes. Look at that hand actually pouring this molten lava kind of energy into the tower, so that something changes and the actual foundation goes away. Because when this tower comes through, something was already a wobbling. Something wasn't built right. It's not right anymore. This has to destruct so there can be great new growth. Because after the towers, the star, man, that's like healing, hope, faith restored, newness, that guiding light that takes you on the right path of your destiny. When you're suddenly sparkling different and being noticed. But sometimes you have to go through a tower moment to actually make a change. I feel like when the tower comes through, it's when this change needed to happen. And sometimes if it wasn't a self-pushed tower because you didn't want to get out of something, or you're afraid of change, or getting out of a comfort zone, even if it's uncomfortable, this is going to get you out of your comfort zone. When the tower comes through, it's all about how you handle it, how you react to the situation, to what's gone, to a partnership, to a person. This is about how you react. So how are you going to handle the tower? Are you going to sit there in the rubble and stare at it and say, oh, or are you going to rebuild? Because this gives you the chance to rebuild. And it's like the divine push to get you to do something different, do something a different way, use different tools in a different place on a beautiful foundation where it's lasting. Maybe it feels impossible when something goes away that you can do it, but you can. You always have divine help when the tower comes through. There's so much energy in this card. There is something still up here, though. It just looks like it's literally like the tube of the factory part that's gone. The kingdom inside of you is still stable back there. So, well, let's just get some clarity on that tower, please, and thank you. Major Arcana number 16. What you doing? Yeah. What does the collective need to know about the tower to be helpful? Oh, yeah, well, beautiful. Because something has gone away, because you have changed. Because remember, even with this tower, sometimes it's an internal tower. It's not always out there. It's not always third parties or outside influences. Sometimes those are catalysts. Or sometimes that's just where your energy doesn't need to be, because it's no, you know, take your energy out of anyone else's business here. It's getting internal with yourself, because sometimes it's a complete utter epiphany of how you see something. When you think something is one way, and then you actually realize it's not that at all. It's exactly not what you thought. So it's really opening up, like your mind, your heart, your soul, your body, everything, to maybe a huge change. Because you have a huge change here with the Fool. You have to take a leap of faith. Don't be a fool. Definitely follow your gut on this brand new journey. But now you're entering this journey as the sunshine, having these spiritual butterfly wings, putting in the work into your environment, opening up the door yourself. Look at this. Look at, it's like the sunshine is actually like waves of energy. It looks like sound waves to me, or like something dropping into water. This is the Fool. This Fool has a cat. You're actually dumping out your baggage. Look at you, Fool. Good job. You're dumping out your baggage, taking only what you need, and what you need at the end of everything is just you. And maybe your cat. And maybe your dog. But, you know, you're taking your hat off. You're stepping off of this old journey into new possibilities. Now I'm free. Free falling. What's that? Who's that? Now I'm free. Free falling. Is that Tom Petty? Did Tom Petty just jump through with the Fool? But trust yourself here on this journey. This is a new chapter. It's a new book. It's beautiful. The Fool is gorgeous. But you have to keep your childlike, fresh-eyed, you know, sense of wonder on what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know what you don't know. Especially when it's new. This is new discovery on you. Maybe a new territory. Maybe a new relationship. But the energy with the Fool is young and fresh. I just thought of OUTKAST. There's a lot of music coming through in this one. I totally just thought of OUTKAST. So fresh and so clean, clean, clean. So maybe you're feeling like, hey, I like that song a lot. Maybe you're feeling like fresh and clean. Maybe it's about smell. Just enjoy your journey here, because you're going to fall down. You're going to mess up. You're going to find territory you don't like. But it's telling you, where's that trust your discernment, trust your gut. You know, if you're going into a weird neighborhood or environment or partnership or whatever and it don't feel right. I just thought of the Roots. Don't feel right, don't feel right. I can't believe so many songs are coming through. Trust yourself and go towards what feels right. I like that the Fool came through. All right, let's get another card. Those are big. Those are major arcana, so it's a major situation. Clarity on the Fool and the Tower, please, and thank you. And if this is a love relationship, this could be just, that already happened. That's what's going away. You're starting new, opening your own doors, and possibly a new partnership could be coming through. But this Fool always starts with you. It's not really about everyone else right now. This is your energy. If it is somebody coming back and it's this apology, you're starting fresh. You're doing it different. And with that be, it looks like there's going to be a lot of work either needed, but desired to rebuild and make this change. Okay, clarity on the Fool. 0. I just thought of, oh, wow, I can't believe so much music. Sometimes they have no music coming through. 0, I just thought of 07. And there's a song called Destiny. And I think that is one of the first bands that Sia actually ever sang with. She's been singing a long time. But before she went by her own name, I think she's the singer in 07. This is a really old song, so I'm kind of dusty in those brain files, but that's a cool song. That goes back to when we made CDs to play in the car. I actually had that on a CD playlist for myself. So, all right, let's clarify. What's the bridge between the Fool? Or let's do where the Fool is heading towards. What's the next step, please? And thank you. Next step, please. Ooh, the next step is maybe healing, letting something go. The 5 of Cups. This could be somebody else as well. This person has, all their cups are upright, but there's one that's a bowl, and he's actually placing a rose into the bowl. 5 of Cups is healing. It's mourning. It's sometimes light. You know, there was a loss here. Sometimes it takes time to heal, to adjust, to head down a new path. This is somebody really in their emotions and in the feels. But sometimes it's getting too in the feels about something that can just be cleaned up. If it's not that big a deal and you can fix it, fix it, move along, make the changes. Don't get overwhelmed with the you know, the milk that's spilled off the table. You're sitting there staring at the puddle instead of just cleaning it up, moving it along. But sometimes it is something that's actually pretty hard, that takes time, because healing takes as much time as it needs. But with these, I see these two together. So I think that maybe somebody else is healing. Maybe if somebody's coming back, they didn't recognize how special you were until you were gone. And they're holding that flower. Maybe they're past the feels, into the reflection, into the self-awareness on what to do different. Maybe going between too many feels and too many thoughts. But it looks like somebody is, like, this is kind of a gentle card. It kind of looks like they're contemplating on an offer. How to make a change, how to come back. Upside down, I feel like it's that person just staring at the puddle, staring at it, staring at it, staring at it, and like not doing any kind of self-reflection to heal themselves, fill up their own cup, make changes, because it's a 5, and 5 means change for me. So let's get clarity now on that 5 of Cups that had to come through as a message. It could also be the energy that you feel after the Tower and before the Fool. It's hard if you have a situation, anything, whether that's a dream, a partnership, something that you put a lot of love and attention and time and energy into, and then it's changed, or it's moved along, or it's gone, then that does take a little bit of time. If you want to rebuild, if you don't, rebuild somewhere else or not, rebuild yourself, and how? Clarity on the 5 of Cups, please. What else would be helpful to know about that? What is this 5 of Cups about? Or where are you moving towards? Or is that someone else or you? Let's see. Oh, you're moving towards love. Here, it's not accepting love, letting something dry up, refusing an offer and somebody else takes it. That could be that love lost kind of situation. You didn't take up this beautiful offer of love, and it was right, and somebody else did. That could be somebody else looking at that situation as a, you know, the one that got away. Or why didn't I do that when I had the chance? Why didn't I make a move? Why didn't I send that apology? Why didn't I put in the work? Why would I get stuck in my head? Why didn't I take that leap of faith? Why didn't I let that shit go that wasn't working? Why didn't I free myself and take a chance on that beautiful cup of love? But when you take the chance here, this is you, first and foremost, replenishing your own cup, taking care of yourself, recognizing how spiritually beautiful you are. Here you got your wings, and it's almost like you got a pentacle, even though it's a cup card. You have a great opportunity here. You are your own open door. There's all these faucets of colored energy. Turn on. You're turning on your own faucets. A few of them. Multifaceted faucets. Try to say that fast. And your cup is golden. It's valuable. You are valuable. You are worthy of the love that you desire. This is falling in love, but this is just an offer. It's just an ace. You have to take a sip of this, replenish your soul, lighten up the energy, play. This could also be this apology. This could also be you freeing yourself. This could also be you choosing to rebuild both yourself and a situation, or rebuild totally different. But you got to do something with this cup for it to do anything. It can't grow without work and attention and energy. It's really pretty. It's also coming up from the ground. Usually it comes from the sky. So it's interesting that the hand is coming up from below. So it's coming up from a situation where you're actually grounded, heading towards that elevation. All right, let's get One more. Clarity on the Ace of Cups, please, and thank you. Yeah, you're walking away. Or somebody else is finally walking away. That's beautiful. Somebody's finally recognizing how to be free. Leaving this cave, leaving that closed door, walking back out into wherever it is that all that light is coming through. It's like you can see that star after the tower. You know something's there, but you got to get out of the cave. You got to leave something behind. You got to head towards what fulfills your heart. You don't have love. It's not going to feel very fulfilling, even if you're putting in a lot of hard work into a situation. But this is choosing, or someone else's. Leave. That's that thing I was seeing before with the tower, where it's hard to leave something behind that you put a lot of energy into. It kind of sucks. But when something stops building, or it's not growing, or it just ain't right anymore, you can't keep putting energy into something that's not right, that doesn't involve your heart and your soul. Especially when you got your 9 of Cups coming through after this. You got your true desire, wish, destiny, genie in a bottle, the thing that makes you feel abundant and happy and overwhelmed in love and thriving and living every single moment that you are here, is coming forth if you move, if you change. And this cave's still going to be there. Those cups that, you know, I feel like when I see this card, I see like a leaky ceiling. And you're like trying to put all these cups all over to catch all the leaks. And eventually that ceiling's going to fall down. You can put as many bowls and cups as you want out there. But if the ceiling isn't built right, usually at the foundation, here I'm seeing a ceiling. Maybe it's because you have to bust out of the ceiling and be open, like spirited to bigger possibilities. Instead of keeping the big old ceiling on something and you can't see beautiful miracles that are right there for you. And this cave is probably going to still be leaky, still going to be there when she or he goes back. But after you go on that journey, starting with yourself towards your 9 of Cups, on a new chapter in your beautiful Destiny You book, when you go back here, it's you that's not going to be the same. Therefore, how you handle this situation, whatever this is, with partnership, something you are working on, it's not an or ever ending with the 8 of Cups for me. It's something you can go back to and revisit. But when you go back, you're just different. You've elevated and you've experienced this real love of your, not just heart, but your soul. So your entire energy is different. This girl has like on, like kind of a little, looks like the kind of a little bit of a Catwoman mask. She's like Little Blue Riding Hood. At the bottom of this deck, you do have a king. You have the King of Wands. Woo! So you're getting back your confidence. This could be somebody you're thinking about, or you, or the general energy coming through as the foundation that you need to know. This king is confident. This king is definitely not afraid of a new adventure. He's definitely not afraid of expansion. It doesn't mean he hasn't had situations he had to heal from. Starts that never worked out. Sometimes they did. Opening up his heart. This king is confident enough to know if he needs to make closure in a situation. Definitely knows how to play. Definitely knows how to bust his own doors open. I would say this king doesn't usually overthink. It's a passionate energy. It's like charisma. You know, he's sexy. He's expansive. He wants to dive into something new. He or she is definitely a pursuer. But here, this person is sitting pretty sassy on his throne with a big ass lion. The lion is tied to this golden chain, but it doesn't look like it's going anywhere. It looks like it wants to stay there with him. And that chain is only attached to this guy's scepter, not the ground, which shows he has a lot of strength. He's just sitting there with a hookah. He's got a spiritual hookah. Hey. So upside down, he is harsh. He's hard upside down because he's like blows everything out of proportion, like really blows his own ego up, embellishes stories. You kind of feel like there's something empty, like it's a little too far-fetched that he would actually have gone through that. He always projects a sense of confidence, whether he's upside down or not, this king. But it doesn't mean he's actually confident inside. If he's upside down, he overdoes stuff because he actually has a lack of confidence, a lack of security in himself. Like, I'm kidding, like I see balls. Like, he actually doesn't have his balls on. It's what I see, you know, so he pretends that he's got the big balls on, but he actually does actions that show he's not. I don't know why I saw balls. Oh, okay, let's continue. But usually he's got a big rod and he shows it. And it's not actually about the size, it's his energy. He has that energy. He has the big dick energy. If we're going to go there in the reading, let's just go there. This is the one that's got it. It's not about how tall, how short, how fancy, how simple, how much money, how much he doesn't, what adventures he has, what he doesn't. It doesn't even matter. None of that matters. It's his energy and his confidence and owning exactly who he is or she is that makes all the difference. Oh, also I'll mention it's Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo-like energy, but in general readings, I feel like it's just an energy. So that was a lot of tarot cards. Do I want to pull one more? I'd like to pull 2 tarot decks, so yeah. My intention at the beginning of this reading was to be short. I should have known better because love is complicated. So I hope something comes through here that's helpful. Let's get one message from, what is this? What did I grab? The Angel Wisdom Tarot. I think that bird outside just laughed at me. Let's get one message. The collective, please and thank you. Oh, we got another ace. So you don't just have the Ace of Cups, you have the Ace of Fire. I just picked up, I'll show you this briefly. I picked this up and underneath is the 6 of Wands, which is success. You're heading towards success. You're heading towards victory. You're being noticed. Maybe just someone or you, or it's not being on your high horse in a situation. It's recognizing maybe others that helped you succeed, but I feel like you're coming here feeling really, really confident. This is my little victory card, like my little baby chariot. You do have this wreath on you, and you do have help. So we'll look at that briefly since I moved the king, but you're coming back to a new start, a new beginning, where it involves not just your heart and your emotions, but your passion, your confidence, your creativity, your little sparkle inside of you. That's fun. Keep kidding. Oh, these readings sometimes. Sometimes the messages that come through. I just see all that stuff that came through with that king and his balls. And the big dick energy. And now I see this. Now, of course I said that, and now we pull the big heart on of the universe. And this is a very nice version of it, but like in a nutshell, that's a really good way to describe the energy of the Ace of Rods. It's like the big showing Wayne's World style of the universe or inside of you. That's that kind of passionate start, but you have to, again, take hold of these beginnings and put energy into it. Oh my gosh, I'm blushing at the end of this reading. You got your little bearded dragon here, and it's got wings. So you have to feel young again. Allow yourself to be new. Allow energy or situation to be fresh. Allow yourself the ability and the self-awareness to grow and change and adapt and discover. You are starting to plant something here that's growing. Even though it's a fire, you actually are holding this wand and creating that energy. to make changes. You also have something unfolding or blossoming with that yellow flower. And you're grounded. You got your cute little Converse on that match your cute little polo, like, I don't even know what kind of sweater. I think that's a polo shirt. It says an amazing opportunity. Be bold. Be courageous. And be optimistic. I think that was both of these. Now is the time to take action and do what you are passionate about, whatever that is. It starts with you. Start there on your own journey. And then all this love stuff, let it find you. Let you walk into the right doors when it's there. Be in the now when you get to experience it. But the best thing you can do is return all that energy and that focus back inside your beautiful self. And with that, I bid you adieu. I hope this reading was helpful. I love you so much. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you soon.